Dear children, welcome to the video class. Grade 10 Science Chapter 5 Periodic Classification of Elements. Dear children of grade 10, welcome to the online video class. It gives me an immense pleasure to meet you all in this video class. Dear children, so we have completed 12 chapters and this is the 13th chapter. In chemistry, we have completed the 4 chapters. This is the last chapter. Let us discuss chapter 5, periodic classification of elements. Okay, so what is meant by periodic table? Have you seen the periodic table? In the 9th itself, I have shown you the periodic table, isn't it? Yes. Okay, now all of you take your book. Take your book. Come to the page number. Come to the page number. Come to the page number 86. All of you take your book and come to the page number 86. In the page number 86, you can see the periodic table which we are using now. Okay, you can see the periodic table which we are using now. So what we can see in the periodic table? We can see the elements. That is, we can see the symbol of the elements. The symbol of hydrogen is H. The symbol of helium is He. So like that, all the elements are arranged in an order, isn't it? Okay, so what is that one? One is the atomic number. Okay, come to the helium. So what is 2? 2 is the atomic number. So what is 4? 4 is the mass number. What is the symbol of helium? He. So it gives the information about the element. See, they are arranged orderly, isn't it? They are arranged orderly. So this periodic table we are using now. Okay, for this invention, they have made several attempts. Okay, it was taken more than a century. That is, it has taken 100 years to arrange the elements. So this we are going to see in this class. Okay, what are the trends which are used by the scientists to invent this periodic table? So how they invented, what are the earlier attempts made by the scientists, that and all we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, in this chapter, we are going to see the 4 main things. The first thing is, note it down. Take your notes, take your pen and note it down. So we are going to see what are the early attempts at classification of elements. What are the attempts made by the scientists to classify these elements? Okay, we are going to see one by one. Okay, first who worked on this, then what happened, then how they invented such a periodic table. So we are going to see what are the attempts made by the scientists to make a periodic table. Next one, we are going to see Mendeleev's periodic table. Second one is Mendeleev's periodic table. The first one is what are the attempts used by the scientists to classify the elements. Next one, we are going to see Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, so this is the major invention. Okay, so this created a great revolution in making the periodic table. So second one is Mendeleev periodic table. Third one, we are going to see modern periodic table. We are using the periodic table now, no? So that is called modern periodic table. So this was invented by Moseley. Okay, this was invented by Moseley. Then there are several anomalies in Mendeleev's periodic table. What is meant by anomalies? Anomalies means different opinions. In Tamil, muranbadana we used to say. Okay, so what are the anomalies in Mendeleev periodic table? So we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, first one we are going to see what are the early attempts which are used to create a periodic table. Then second one, we are going to see the Mendeleev periodic table. And the third one is we are going to see the modern periodic table. And the fourth one is what are the different anomalies in Mendeleev periodic table. That and all we are going to see. Okay, now take the chapter. Take the chapter. Come to the chapter. That is, come to page number. Page number Come to the page number 79. Okay, come to the page number 79. Okay, so in class 9 itself we have learned about matter, isn't it? So what is matter? What is the definition of matter? Anything that has mass and occupies space is said to be matter, whatever it may be. Okay, it may be a gas, or it may be a liquid, or it may be a solid, or it may be you, or it may be me. Anything that has some mass and occupies some space is said to be matter. Okay, like that, elements, compounds, mixtures are all matters only, isn't it? Okay, so what is the element? We have learned in 9th standard. Element is in the pure state. Compound means it contains 2 atoms or 3 atoms. It may contain 4 atoms, 5 atoms, whatever it may be. Mixtures means combination of 2 elements, or combination of 2 compounds, or combination of 6 compounds, or 9 compounds, or 10 compounds. They are said to be mixture. So you have learned the difference of elements, compounds and mixtures in your earlier classes itself, isn't it? Now come to the elements. Okay, come to the elements. Okay, at present, okay, 118 elements are discovered and known to us. How many elements? 118. Okay, see your book. 118 elements are known to us. Okay, out of this, 98 are naturally occurring. Okay, 98 are naturally occurring. Remaining are synthesized by man. So they may be called as synthetic elements. Okay, they are not at all naturally occurring. The remaining 20, and still now they are going on discovering and inventing, discovering and discovering. Okay, so 98 elements are naturally occurring. So remaining they are synthesized by us. Okay, so what we need to do? So there are more than 118 elements in nature, isn't it? Okay, so what we have to do? So we have to arrange them properly. Okay, we have to arrange them properly. We know that all the elements will be having some physical property and chemical property. So hydrogen will be having one different chemical property, oxygen will be having one different chemical property, chlorine will be having one different chemical property. All the elements will not have the same chemical property or physical properties. Okay, so we have to group these elements. What we have to do? We have to group these elements. For grouping these elements, we should need a pattern. So what is meant by pattern? There should be some uniformity among the elements. For example, consider a school. Okay, in the school, the children at the age of 3 will be admitted in pre-KG. If they are 4 means they will be admitted in LKG. 5 means first standard. So like that there will be one age criteria. Based upon the age criteria only students will be admitted in different classes, isn't it? So that should be, for example, you students in 9th standard, you have completed, you students in 10th standard, you have completed the 9th standard and you are in the age of 15. Okay, so you have some similarity between you. So that's why you are in the same class. Like that, if you want to group the elements means they have to have some similar properties. Then only they can be grouped into a particular group, isn't it? So the scientists are looking for the pattern. They are looking for some similarity between these elements to group them into a particular group. So we are going to see, so what are the atoms made by them? Okay, have you understood, children? Okay, so what we have learned in the introduction, out of 118 elements, 98 are naturally occurring, other elements are synthetically prepared. Okay, then what the scientists they are doing? They have to organize these elements. Okay, for that they are looking for a pattern. Okay, then come to the topic 5.1. Making order out of chores. Okay, what is meant by chores? Chores means some confusions. Okay, chores means some confusions. Okay, so some example is given in the book. Okay, go to a shop. Okay, what the shopkeeper will do? Okay, so in the shop you will be having a variety of things, isn't it? you to go to the grocery shop. They will be having some soap items, some biscuit items, then rice, then pulses, then masala items, everything they used to have. So what they will do, they will mix all together? No, they will keep separately. Biscuits will be kept in one place, rice will be kept in one place, and pulses will be kept in one place. Come to the soap area. Okay, soaps are of different types, isn't it? Dishwasher soap, then detergent, then the soap which we use. Okay, so what they will do? They will arrange properly. So dishwasher means they will keep it in a separate place. Detergent means they will keep it in a separate place. Soap means they used to keep in the separate place. Okay, like that, the elements are arranged based upon their similarity. Okay, so they have arranged based upon the similarity. Okay, now underline. Okay, the earliest attempt to classify the elements resulted in grouping them as metals and non-metals. So what is the earliest attempt? They classified, the grouping is based on the classification as metals and non-metals and metalloids. Okay, because the metals will be having similar property, non-metals will be having similar property, and metalloids, they will be having similar property. So this is the earliest attempt. They classify the elements as metals and non-metals. Okay, then Daubeney came. Okay, so who is the first scientist to arrange these metals? Daubeney. Okay, see triads. Okay, come to the topic 5.1.1. Daubeney's triads. Triads means what? Okay, tri means 3. Okay, he classified the elements into he classified the elements as groups, that each group contains 3 elements. Okay, he classified the elements as groups. The groups will contain 3 elements. Okay, so this Daubeney in the year 1817. Okay, in the year 1817, he is the German scientist. Okay, he tried the elements with similar properties into groups. Okay, he selected some elements which have the similar properties and he arranged them into groups. Okay, so these groups contains 3 elements. I already told you, no, these groups contain 3 elements, so they are called as triads. Underline, ma. Okay, so you underline. Okay, the elements with similar properties into groups. He identified some groups have 3 elements each. Such groups are called triads. Okay, so he classified the elements into groups. These groups contain 3 elements, so they are called as triads. Okay, now see. Now come to the example. Come to the example. Okay, so the first triad, let us take an example. Okay, the first group. Okay, the first group contains 3 elements. They are lithium, sodium and potassium. What is the symbol of lithium? Li. Sodium, Na. The Latin name is natrium. So sodium, Na, potassium, K. Okay, so the first triad contains 3 atoms. Okay, here he considered the atomic mass only. Okay, the scientists first they considered the atomic mass only. So the atomic mass of lithium is 6.9. The atomic mass of sodium is 23. Okay, and the atomic mass of potassium is 39. So what does mean by atomic mass? What is meant by atomic mass? We have already learned in 9th standard itself. What is meant by atomic mass? Atomic mass is the number of protons and the number of neutrons. Okay, so the atomic mass of lithium is 6.9. The atomic mass of potassium is 39. So which is the element at the top? Lithium. Which is the metal at the bottom? Potassium. Which is in the middle? Sodium. Okay, so what they are saying means the sodium's atomic mass is the average of atomic mass of lithium and potassium. The sodium's atomic mass is the average of, it is not accurately, it is roughly only. Okay, now how to calculate the average. Okay, you have read in maths, no? How to calculate the average atomic mass of lithium and potassium. So how to do? Take a pencil. Okay, it in your note. 6.9 plus 39. 6.9 plus 39. Okay. So how much we are getting? 6.9 plus 39. Okay. 45.9. So how many elements are there? 2 elements. So it has to be divided by 2. So what is the answer we are getting? 22.95. So 22.95 means approximately 23. Okay, it is coming or not? Okay, so what Daubeney did, he classified the elements with similar properties only. Okay, the properties of lithium is similar to sodium. The properties of sodium is similar to potassium. Okay, he classified the elements with similar properties. Okay, so the group consists of 3 elements. Okay, so they are called triads. Okay, so the atomic mass of the middle one will be the average of the top one and the bottom one. Okay, now come to the triads. In the table 5.1 you can see some triads, isn't it? Okay, group A element, group B element, group C element. Okay, now you have to identify whether they are Daubeney series or not. Okay, so come to the group A element, N, P, A, S. What is N? N means nitrogen. P means phosphorus. Okay, then AS, actinium. Okay, then Ca means calcium, strontium, barium, Cl chlorine, Br bromine, I iodine. Okay, now you find out the average of the first unit. Consider group A. Okay, so now you find out the average is coming or not. 14 plus 74.9 divided by 2. The 31 is coming or not. If the 31 is not coming, means they are not at all the triads. Okay, then come to the group B. 40.1 plus 137.3. They have to be divided by 2. If roughly we are getting 87.6 means that is a triad. Okay, then similarly chlorine 35.5 plus 126.9 divided by 2. If you are getting roughly 79.9 means that is a triad. Okay, so this is a homework for you. You want to identify which is the triad and which is not the triad in this group. Okay, then some information about Daubeney is given. Okay, so he is a pharmacist. Okay, he is a pharmacist. Who is a pharmacist? The person who is studying drugs. Drugs means the medicines. Okay, so that person is called pharmacist. And also he studied chemistry. Okay, and he became the professor of chemistry and pharmacy. Okay, so he is the first person to identify platinum as a catalyst. Okay, platinum is used as a catalyst. What does mean by catalyst? It will speed up the chemical reaction or it will speed down the chemical reaction, but it will not involve in the chemical reaction. Okay, and he is the first person to develop the periodic table. Okay, this class we have seen about Daubeney's triads only. So I will tell you the activity. Have you all understood, children? Dear children, your activity for this class is frame 10 very short questions and write the answers. Okay, you frame 10 very short questions and write the answer. The answer should be in one word or one sentence. And you have to define what is Daubeney triads. Okay, the third question is in table 5.1, find which forms and does not form Daubeney triads. Okay, then the last question is what is meant by atomic mass. Write and submit quickly. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can call me or you can message me. Okay, see you in the next class. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.